Hello subscribers, welcome to the Fast Profits Daily. I'm Richard Bhatia. Markets have been on a roll and the PSU sector stocks consistently have been on a rising streak. If you remember, a few months back I've done a video on CPSE and I have highlighted that it is a good time to invest into the CPSE stocks, or even I've highlighted one can look via a CPSE ETF as well. In this video, I'll be discussing about the PSE stocks and PSE index. Well, just to give an overview of the PSE stocks listed onto the NSE and BSE, there are somewhere around nearly around 98, 99 companies, or probably around 100 companies, which are into the listed with the private sector stocks enterprise. And if I just look at the last 1 year performance, right from around 1st August 2022 till the yesterday's close 31st July 2023, on an average, of last probably 9900 stocks, the average return for this is around 59% in last 1 year. That's been tremendous. Well, it may not necessarily that there would be not a negative stock. There are a negative stocks which have performed on a negative side, but yes, the bulls have been overshadowing the negative returns, and most of the stocks which have gone even 300% as well into the PSE enterprise stock list. Though I'm not looking at those 100 stocks, but yes, looking at the overall basket of these 100 stocks, or probably 99 stocks, it seems that there is an overall buying happening into this private sector enterprise. And as an investor, you should not miss this rally. In this video, we will be discussing about the Nifty PSE index and what is the future trend you should look at onto this index. Before I move on to the index and its analysis, let's look at the weights of and constituents and weights of this PSE index. So there are a list of stocks which comprise of the index, starting with NTPC, which leads the table with around 14% weights, followed by Power Grid with around 13.65, nearly 14%, ONGC with around 10%, Coal India with around 8.25, BEL with around 7%, HL with around 5.5%, IOC with around 5.25, and the below 5, the list goes on with GAIL, PFC, REC, IRCTC, Container Corp, Hindustan Petroleum, NHPC, SAIL, LIC, NMDC, BAIL, and Oil India. So yes, these are the few stocks which comprises of the PSE index. And as I said, apart from this index, the stocks which are there have given superb returns. If I just look at the last 1 year performance of these stocks, how they have performed right from around the closing of 31st July 2022 till 31st July of 2023, and if you look at the screen over here, the performance, PFC and REC lead the table. PFC with around 125%, REC with around 107%, and they weights around 3.93 and 3.13 respectively. Though a few weeks back I have recorded a video on PFC claiming that the structure seems that 200 may be a top short-term top in place, but the structure has failed. My analysis have gone wrong, and we have seen prices been rallying continuously onto the higher side. Then there is an HAL with around 96% gain, BAIL with around 93%, NHPC with around 51%. And if you remember, I have done the video on power as well the last week, where I've highlighted this power stocks are coming back very strongly. So with the power index basket, we have PFC over there, we have REC over there, NHPC over there, and if you look at the NTPC, so there are few basket of stocks into the power as well, which comprises of these constituents which are there into this PSE index as well. So you can keep a watch on both the structure, and both the structure seems very exciting. We have discussed power index where it has reversed from confluence of support. The structure seems very bullish over there, and if I just look at the returns over there, as I said, RAC and PFC leads the table, and there are few into the reds as well, with Container Corp it down by 3% year on year, and LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, with around minus 6% returns. So yes, there are few baskets of stocks which have been 0% with IRCTC, so they have been underperforming over here into the PSE index. But yes, if I just look at the table over there, with, as I said, NTPC leads the table with around 14%, have gained around 43% in last 1 year. And second, ON Power Grid, or even look at 13.65 with around 24% gain. And if I just look at the ONGC with 10% weights, have gained around 32%. So yes, the top baskets or the top constituents have been gaining consistently over higher and higher. And we have seen this rally into the PSC as well as power being gaining strong and bullish. So if I just look at the chart, first chart over here, this is the monthly chart of Nifty PSE index. Now, if you look at the structure over here, the two orange lines on the top and two orange lines on the bottom, there was a huge consolidation of 15 years. I'm not looking at a 1-2 years or a few weeks or few months. I'm looking at a long term. 15 years of consolidation have been broken out right in 2023. And look at, this was when the May closing was about all these, and when the index have hit the 52-week high. We saw a rally in June. We have seen rally in July, and the slight momentum onto the positive side after this 15 years of breakout. I'm just repeating 15 years because it's a very, very long period of consolidation. And yes, when such kind of consolidation breaks out, we see a huge rally. If you remember, I have done a CPSE video and highlighted the similar long-term breakout happening into the CPSE as well. So in case you haven't watched that video, you can go to our archive and watch. Probably a few months back, I have done a CPSE video as well. So if I just come on to the PSE index over here, look at the structure over here. 15 years of consolidation, a breakout, a rally confirms that yes, the breakout is very, very stronger. And probably I'm not looking from a 10, 15, 20, 30%. I'm just looking at a multi-year breakout, and this rally may see a huge 40, 50% or even 100% rally coming in few years as well. So yes, the PSE index, looking at the monthly structure, seems very, very bullish. Any dip to retest this breakout, probably 4800, 4900 or slightly below 5000, can be an excellent opportunity into these stocks. And as there is no one-way rally into the markets, as I say, there is no linear line. So there are up dips, there are rises, and every dips I think should be an accumulation level coming onto the, looking at the monthly chart of PSE index. And if I just go on to the second chart over here, this is a weekly chart. I'm using a top-down approach. Right from monthly, I'm coming onto the weekly scale over here. And if you look at this weekly chart over here, right from rally September, October 2020 till mid of 21, I guess August, September 2021, we saw a steep rally, a fast and furious rally into the PS, and then index went into the consolidation. On a weekly scale, we saw a huge breakout, a continuation or a resumption of the bullish momentum which we saw right from September of 2020 to August, September 2021. The rally was vast and furious. Consolidation and the resumption indicates that yes, the bulls are in the control of the trend over here. Third chart, if I just look at the 100 weekly exponential moving average being plotted onto the weekly. So if you look at this green line, this is 100 weekly exponential moving average. Now, why I highlighted 100 over here? Because if you look at every time the index is above the price action, it takes supports at initial level. If in case there is a breakdown, it will act as a resistance zone. So if you look at all this blue line onto the downside, blue arrow marked, every time it takes supports, it retests and heads higher. Every time it dips, it takes supports, it head higher. And every time there is prices or index is trading below this average, it will act as a resistance zone. So if you look at right from after 2020 dip, when the index moved above 100 weekly exponential moving average, it retested those average over here. Again, if you look at the extreme right arrow over here, it retested, and there is a resumption into the bull case scenario over here onto the PSE index, and the index is trending upwards or heading northwards, indicating that yes, it is very, very bullish, and it is been trending at all-time highs now. So yes, I guess any dip over here, probably we may see an accumulation happening onto this stock, and the bull scale scenario can be, or I would say the buy the dip strategy could be implemented onto the PSE index, and probably CPSE and PSE generally moves hand in hand, because most of the constituents are have similarities, though constituents may the weightage may change. But if I just look at the constituent, more or less they have a repetitive constituents. So yes, in case you want to look at the PSE stocks, definitely PSE stock. And as I said, even the power index, the BSE power index has similar constituents, more or less, though the weights may differ over here, but there are similar constituents in that as well. So both the index, I think, seems an extremely bullish over here. And as I said, the 15 years is not a small period. The 15 years consolidation breakout is a very very huge breakout. And I think for next decade as well, probably next 5 8 years, 10 years, definitely a PSE will be my picks if I want to look at the 10 years, 8 years, 10 years scenario. So definitely you should add to your watch list over here onto the PSE. And if you think that if you want to look at the fundamental side, you can look at the analysis of the fundamental side and pick the stocks accordingly. But I believe PSE has a huge potential to head higher. So keep a watch on these stocks, buy on every dips, and that's the best scenario. I believe accumulation at every dip into a staggered manner can be an excellent opportunity to the PSE stocks. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.